Why, hello there, Huggerinos. Huggerinos? That seems to work okay. Welcome to episode 104 of the Hug Life Podcast. This is Mike Coletta doing your pre-show bumper. This is the fourth episode in the First National Bank of Hugs. I want to let you know about some dates coming up. Monica will be in Coos Bay, Oregon on Wednesday. You had a whole week to prepare, if you remember last episode. She'll be at Bend, Oregon at the 7 nightclub on Thursday, and then Medford at Chadwick's on Friday and Saturday, followed by The Dope Show Sunday, TCC, Tacoma Comedy Club, and then a week from today, she will be at Crickets in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. If you want to see me and you're in the LA area, I will be at the Oh My Ribs Comedy Theater this Friday. And those are the dates. We did it together. Enjoy this episode with the wonderful Liz Donehue. Bye-bye.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we going to have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev
So
Nips, I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? Dick Biscuit.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're the best.
You're second best.
To you?
It's pretty good.
Oh, who's best?
Me.
Oh,
You
okay.
said it, though. You already took it, so
Yeah,
I couldn't.
know. So I
say-
should have said you're co-best. And then
Yeah,
you
we
could
could be
have been like, you're co-best.
We're tied for first.
Yeah. Who's on first? We are. Isn't that a joke? Who's on first? You're great.
Yeah.
Abbott
Liz.
and Costello.
Oh, thank you.
You're great, Liz. You're great.
Liz,
Thank you. You
you're
guys are
wonderful.
also great.
Thank you.
She knows how to play the game.
Half of this podcast is about accepting compliments.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you very much.
Which I have a
appreciate
problem
it.
with
I
when
do
they started.
too.
Not anymore.
Ooh, we could talk about that too.
Ooh.
We have a guest. Her name is Liz Donehue. She's fantastic. Very
Thanks for having
excited.
me.
You're
Yeah,
the
of course.
best guest around.
The best.
Nothing's gonna ever take you down.
Welcome to the Hug Life Podcast.
Who are you?
Mike Coletta.
I am Monica Nevi.
You're looking good.
And this is our podcast. Thank you. My hair is on fleek today.
Ooh, what?
On fleek. Am I using that right?
Yeah.
On
Feeling
fleek.
good. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Welcome to the Hug Life Podcast. We got to do, you're not doing plugs. You're probably going to hear the plugs before this thing starts. And I'm going to put a little thingy in there because this is another one from the First National Bank of Hugs.
We're from the past.
We're banking these episodes. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, actually, at me, Coletta.
At Monica Nevi.
At Liz Donehue.
You have your name, too.
Okay.
Everyone's got their name
I
except
feel like
for
we
me.
do this every episode.
What bothers me?
I
All
know.
right. Also, you can plug, rate, and review and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. We're on Racketeer Radios Thursday at 7 o'clock. And you can go to our Amazon banner on our website, huglifepodcast.com. Click on that. Shop as you normally would. I don't know. Get a new cat condo for your wonderful kitty. I'm sorry.
Oh, you woke her up.
I woke her
You
up.
did?
What have I done? The monster's awake.
What other cat stuff can you have besides a condo? Also, this is a very open air condo.
I know. They call them cat condos, but
Or
I know
just
people that just have levels,
oh, she
like
put her little
shelves in
foot
their
over there.
home,
Little-
like all
Oh.
the way up the wall.
Yeah,
Which
like
is kinda
the
cool.
shelving that goes all the way, like this,
Yeah.
where this little pipe thing is.
Uh-huh.
Physical gag on the podcast. You can like put a shelf there, and then the cat can walk around the ceiling.
Yeah,
Whoa,
like a model
creepy
train, except
as
it's for
fuck.
cats.
Yeah, it's a model train for cats.
Yeah.
That's right. You can buy that.
Weird.
So you can get some shelving. You should get some catnip. I think you can get catnip on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get like organic
most
shit.
stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Catnip
Do you know?
on Amazon.
I've heard because you're a cat person.
I am a cat person.
Because catnip is that like it is a drug, right? For cats, like they get all like high and weird.
Yeah, it's a class 1 narcotic for them.
Wow.
What?
Do you know
else?
that?
If you carry it through
What's
the
a-
airport,
what's
you
a-
might.
Really? You might get
Really?
in trouble.
The dog would probably freak out.
What's a class 1 narcotic for humans? Is that cocaine?
Cocaine, crack cocaine,
So Delilah's on crack right now?
benzos that aren't legally distributed.
Wow. I'm with my kitty
Ah.
cat and she's loving the coca.
So if she gets caught with that, does she go to jail?
She goes to kitty jail.
A lot of cats
Prison?
in the 80s had a huge catnip problem.
Catnip problem.
A lot of
Yeah.
I don't
comedy
even
clubs
remember
for
some of
cats in the
the
80s
80s,
too. When you go to a comedy club for cats in the 80s, they'd be like, "Do you want to get paid in green or nip?" That's what they do. That's what they do.
I'd like nip, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just picture a cat in a sport coat with its sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
Really drugged up during the
What's
late
the
show.
deal with these cat condos? They're open air.
You heard of this? You seen this? Huh? Huh?
So yeah, shop on our Amazon banner. We got a kickback.
Great,
All
great, great, great.
I'm excited. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go. I'm excited for the quiz today.
Yeah.
I'm excited for a lot of stuff. You want to hear some good news?
Yeah.
All
Hey
right,
guys. Good news.
All right. This
Sorry,
is the
I'm
good
trying
news
to figure
segment.
out a charity.
I
I'm not just
describe-
not paying attention to you
This
guys.
is when I describe good news segments on the show. So you hear some good news. So you start your podcast and you feel good about yourself. And they're all on Reddit. You can find them yourself if you want to. But anyway, okay. Churches encouraged to welcome visiting players of Pokemon Go. The Church of England has said the game gives church communities a chance to meet more local people. So this is like the opposite of most of these
Are
Pokemon Go
you reading
stories.
another one?
Yes, I am. Because I love Pokemon Go and I want to hear all about it. And I know it annoys you. So it's a.
Just what if it's not a thing when this comes out?
It's still going to be a thing. How dare you?
For some people.
Well, I'm upset then. I hope it's not a thing.
So church locations which have been registered on the game as Pokestops include St. Stephen's, like all these famous churches in England, and instead of the church being like, no one come here, they're like, yeah, come here because it's more people that see it. So it's bringing people together, which is the point of the game, I think.
That's
so
nice. Church doesn't usually do that.
No, they don't.
I mean, they try, but it doesn't exactly work.
Yeah,
Right,
they
yeah.
usually do not
They
do
would
that.
like it too.
People don't always
Driven-
feel included.
The headline is called "Driven by Love." A foster mother in Bangladesh, she adopted 55 orphans.
55?
55 she's a foster mother of 55 orphans because it came from a dream in which she saw Mother Teresa, and she just follows her dreams. And she's 42, and she now has a privately run orphanage that she started to raise these 55 kids.
Is she Bangladeshian or is she white?
She's Bangladeshian, and her name
Oh, good for her.
is Bilkis Banu. Yeah.
Good for Bilkis
Interesting.
Banu.
That's crazy.
It's just weird to me that you would have a dream and then be like, yeah, let's do that.
Like, I've had a lot of dreams that I have not followed through on.
Yeah,
Most of those include drinking.
I've had a lot of dreams. I've had a lot of dreams about chicken wings that I haven't followed through on, you know? Like,
Not yet.
Not yet. The key is yet.
My dreams are so weird that I wouldn't know how to follow through on them.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to achieve those.
I found cockroaches in my mom's head one time.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's troubling.
How do you follow through on that? I check her hair every once in a while, but
Just to make sure.
yeah, just you never know.
Yeah.
Just like a lice check kind of thing.
Yep.
You have a comb.
That's
You're
actually-
like, all right, mother.
That's what I said in the
Cockroach
dream.
prophecy. Yeah.
That's what I said in the dream because she didn't know what it was. And she was like, I think I have lice. And I was like, well, I've worked with kids forever. I can check for you when I get there. And then it was weird. They were like in her head. And I was trying to be calm. I was like, okay, I think we should go to the doctor. And then she was totally fine after she went to the hospital.
All right,
This
you
was a
guys
dream. Weird,
a
right?
dream.
Yeah, I have really weird dreams. I don't know.
ready for this news story? This news story is kind of crazy. And so I also got to describe it. It's kind of like a weird headline I'll describe. Man in his 30s bans an albatross. 60 years later, both he and the bird are still alive. He turned 98 today. So put a band around an albatross's leg to check it for conservation and stuff like that.
They didn't kick it out of a
And
bar
he
or something.
found you have been banned from this rock, albatross.
You are not allowed to come back here.
Just one.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it's their 60th anniversary of Wisdom, the Layson albatross getting her first leg band by Chandler Chan Robbins, who turns 98 on July 17th. So he worked with birds, and they're still alive, and they see each other, and they're like bird friends, but he's a person.
Oh.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, that's
Bird nerd.
great.
I like bird nerd stories.
Me too.
Do you
Yeah.
do you want a bird friend?
Kinda. I mean, I already have a cat friend, but I'm afraid my bird friend and my cat friend will clash, right?
What about Pidgey?
Pidgey? Oh, Pidgey. I mean, Pidgey's everyone's bird friend. That's the problem. Unless you name it something special. You know what I mean? You play the game, right?
I do.
Yeah. Take that, Monica. You're outnumbered this
I
semester.
wouldn't
know
say
she
actually
does.
play it. I
They
just
were
kind
playing in
of
the
turn it
green
on
room.
when I'm sitting somewhere, and then
Yeah.
I see what I can do most by not moving. I see what I can do from my couch,
No, yeah,
and then
that's-
if that's about it, that's what I do.
The best Pokemon I've caught on this app were when I was in this house at 1 a.m. and random
Yeah.
things would pop up that's not supposed to make. I wonder if this is like a glitch almost. It's not supposed
I don't
to be
know.
there.
Well, yeah, I've caught weird ones in my room just because I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on Pokemon right now,
Yeah.
and then it just shows up.
Because if you wait long enough, Pokemon show up. People are like, you got to walk around. I'm like, you don't have to. You can just wait.
No, you could just wait.
Yeah.
Put some incense on that.
There
Nah.
you go. Now you know. Now we're cooking with gas.
That's what I ended up doing last night. Is I was reading on my Kindle, and then I left Pokemon running on my phone, and
What were you reading?
I was reading a book called Sapiens.
Sapiens. Is it a nonfiction book?
It is a nonfiction book
Ooh.
by a guy with a super Jewish name that I don't remember. but not like Goldberg or something. I mean, like actually, like probably Hebrew, something. That's not Germanized. Anyway, yeah, it's about like kind of like the history of like our species and just like the misconceptions that we have about
Interesting.
Neanderthals and such, and the history of like farming, the transition from hunting and gathering to farming.
We did a news
stuff.
story here on this program. I want to say like
On
6
public
weeks
radio.
ago
Yeah.
about how they found a Neanderthal city, which they thought they didn't build cities, and this was just
Yeah.
like
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
you did say that.
And they were like, it's like crazy
Find,
because they
like,
thought they didn't
shelters
build
and
cities at all, and they did. They definitely did.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, the things you think you know that you don't know.
Right,
Things
exactly.
you think
And there
you
people
know.
are like still discovering, like a lot of it's just kind of about how we're all under the impression that all of these different species, like Cro-Magnons, Neanderthals, like all lived at different times, when actually we were like all cohabitating at the same
Yeah.
time. So like everyone for a while thought that certain like species or sapiens lived in different years, when actually it was all at the same time. And so it's kind of discovering of like, why did the Homo sapien succeed and why did all these others die out?
Yeah.
Kind of
Just
a
like
thing.
how like 2,000 years ago dinosaurs were around and people and dinosaurs were living together.
when they were
Remember?
like riding on dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
You could
all of
domesticate
them.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, you know, like it's like Dinotopia, that old book
Yeah,
series.
it's like
I've
a
heard people with that
fantasy
dinosaur
that you-
paddocks and
yeah,
dinosaur
Paddocks.
rodeos.
Solid use of paddock.
Paddock.
I didn't know what that word was
I
until
don't
I
know
watched
what
Jurassic
I
Park.
don't know what that means.
Just like a pen,
Like
like
a-
another
an
name for
enclosure.
a pen enclosure. Yeah,
Yeah.
paddock.
Unnecessary.
But also
That's what
wrapped
I
a
think.
paddock.
I read a lot of pony
Clever girl.
Cool. Yeah.
So those are the good news
Is
stories.
that all of them?
That's all of them.
That was 3.
Those 3.
I was not paying attention.
Yeah, that's rude, but that's
Thanks.
fine.
Thanks
for the
though.
good news.
Hey guys, good news.
Hey guys, no more good news.
Good news. We're done. All right, we're gonna positive spin. You ready for that?
I
You ready
am
for
ready
that? You
to
ready for that?
positive
You ready for
spin
that?
with
Because
Liz.
You're the one that doesn't know. You don't know what it's like
I don't know what it's like.
to have tattoos.
We're positive spinning tattoos.
Yes. You
it's
have
about- I think-
tattoos, and I have tattoos, and Mike doesn't
I
have
have a
tattoos.
tattoo. I told Monica it's just underneath. It's all underwear. It's like I tattooed underwear. On
Right.
My,
Like,
Ooh.
so he's a
Yeah.
never nude kind of.
Mhm.
Did they tattoo across your dick?
Yep, it hurt. But you know what? When you're really dedicated to being never nude, it's worth it. I actually did the dick myself because I didn't want anyone to see.
With the
Yeah,
You
I was
took it
like, can
from
you
him?
just show me the gun and show me how to do it, and I'll do
The gun
the
itself.
do the
Yeah.
dongle myself.
I feel like it's just a lot of shading. It's
I
fine.
don't know what's worse, if it was the dick or the balls. I don't know which would hurt more.
I don't know. You're the one who's supposed to know.
I mean, dick.
Oh yeah, dick.
Is there
I don't
less-
have any tattoos. Not like I don't want one. I
you
just
were
don't
gonna
have
say
any.
balls.
Well, I mean, I
You're
think
gonna be like, I
tattoos
don't
are-
have any balls.
I think tattoos are like so. Like it's funny because I was just reading something or watching something about how only like 20 years ago tattoos were seen as like a really bad thing. Like people were like, "Oh my gosh, it's terrible." And now
I remember
they're
when
so-
I was a
they're
kid,
everywhere.
and
They're
it
great.
was a lot of like, oh, it's like a bad person.
That was one of my sister threats. She was like, if you ever smoke pot or drink booze or get a tattoo, I'll like beat you up. I'm
It
like,
really
A
what?
lot of people
Stuck with
associate
you.
it with like crime and
Yeah.
jail, and
Right.
that's where you get your like janky HH tattoo is when you're
Yeah.
in jail and stuff like that.
I should
So-
say Liz has a full face tattoo, by the way.
I
Yes,
do.
right now. Yeah, it's just a cat face on
Meow.
her face. And you're just like, meow.
it is true. If you guys didn't know, it's like
You just use makeup to cover it up when you have stress, and then you just take it off.
I did really well today.
Yeah, good. It looks, you can't even
You
tell.
can hardly tell. I'm like,
That's great.
No, I don't.
Actual
So,
cat.
how many tattoos do you have, Liz? Do you know the number?
Way more
I
than
think
I
I
do,
have
but-
12.
12.
I think I have
And they're all on your arms.
I
You
have
should
one on
just
my
start
back and one on my
tattooing
ankle,
like
and the rest are on my
tallies. Each
should.
time you get a tattoo, then put a
Oh,
tally
that's
right
a good
here.
idea.
Mhm. How many tattoos do you have, Monica?
2.
Two.
Just 2.
You have the
Just two.
the Bud Light and then the foot one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Yeah.
guys feel about tattoos in scary, naughty places? If you're
Scary.
What's a scary naughty place?
like anywhere in your no square, like anywhere in
Like
that general
Europe?
vicinity?
Like you got it. In,
Like-
yeah, I
like
was
if you got one in like a back bar in Amsterdam.
right. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean,
Scary, naughty
like
Like if you were
on
like,
your butt or something.
Yeah, or if you were like not even that. Like if you were like on a date with someone and things got crazy, and then they just took off their pants and they have a dick tattoo. Would that be weird?
They just pulled off their pants.
That's how people
do you
fall
know
in
how
love.
do you know how dates work
No,
anymore?
that's how people fall in love.
It's like, things they go well, and then someone just takes their pants off. I don't know.
With
Yeah.
a dick tattoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tattoo a dick? Will you
I
look
feel
that
like
up on
yeah,
your computer? Because I'm not going to Google.
can.
Google.
It's possible. But not recommended.
Right. Can you tattoo a penis?
Penis tattoo fact.
Is your safe search on?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Just
Why
dick
men?
tattoos.
This is gonna be good.
Is it a tattoo of a dick or on the dick? Is what I'm asking.
So this is why men tattoo their penis.
Okay.
Some guys tattoo their penis because it fits into their overall body modification scheme. I don't know what that means.
Like everything else is tattooed.
Others do it because it feels a little rebellious and they want to add that element to their body art. Choosing to tattoo the penis is highly individual, obviously.
Oh yeah, no, we all do it.
Yeah, it can't be like, hey, bro, you got a dick tattoo.
Like in the future, it's like when you get circumcised, they also just tattoo your dick.
Ooh.
Also,
At the same
Ooh,
time.
this is
Yeah.
a great one. Some people may tattoo this area in part of a couple's theme design. So say you and your significant other love each other very much. You might get married or you might get genital tattoos.
So there's a dick tattoo and then a dick trap tattoo.
dick trap. Yeah. So it would be what, like this end up, and then it says insert here, like over her vagina, something
Yeah.
like that.
Or like Wile E. Coyote has the car, and then it's like the
There you go.
yeah.
painting
Yeah.
on the side of the cliff
That's a good one.
that just doesn't go in.
You can never show anyone that though, right? Like,
No, I mean, I bet you there's people.
because you could show
that show off their
yeah.
dick
Well, you
tattoos.
could show people
Yeah.
your dick tattoo, but I feel like the
I'm going for it. You
putting
guys.
them together would be the weirdest thing. Be like, oh yeah, we have tattoos together. Here, hold on, let me insert my penis in her vagina so you can
Yeah,
see what this
exactly.
looks like. Yeah, that would be.
It's
And how
not-
do you tattoo that on? Anyways,
I
There's
just
a lot of-
googled penis.
make sure
tat-
it lines up.
How
Like,
does that heal? It's a real pain to heal a tattoo.
yeah, yeah. That's like the hardest part.
I saw a penis tattoo. That's amazing.
Oh no.
Yeah, hold on.
Looks like a dragon.
Whoa, on both sides.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yikes! Right.
That's
That seems to be.
hours of work.
This is the funny.
Well, it's all colors.
This is a funny section. Yes, a penis tattoo will hurt.
All tattoos hurt.
Will it hurt?
And it says some men actually enjoy the part of the process and actively seek it, like they like it because they like the pain.
Because it hurts.
Yeah.
They're masochistic. Yeah, masochistic.
Yeah.
Ew.
I guess there's something for everybody.
Yeah. Well, good. There you go, hug bugs. If you're wondering if you could tattoo your dick, you
There
can.
you go.
You can't. You could get a tattoo of me and Mike's face.
Do I need to be erect? Is the next question. And no.
That's a fair question.
Yeah, there are no silly questions, especially when it comes to penis tattoos. Your artist will hold your penis taut, and it should not be erect. So they'll like pull on it to get.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ugh.
dude, that's got to be a weird.
That's
That's
got
got
to be
a
such
close
a hard thing to do.
friend.
You'd have to really like know your tattoo artist well. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to just go in.
That's
like, a
your
walk
first
in,
tattoo?
be like, well,
I suggest getting other tattoos before you go dick. You know.
I know some artists refuse to do it. That they're just
Really?
like, I don't do genital stuff and butt stuff and lower back stuff.
don't do
like
butt
they just
stuff.
don't like. Mostly because it's like the
Lower back
integrity of the
stuff?
shop or whatever. Like they just don't want to. I mean, if it's like so I want to get some barbed wire between like the nipples in my back because I used to ride a Harley in like '89 or something, but like not anymore. But I just still want to maintain that like I'm kind of tough around
Pretty
the edges,
badass, yeah.
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 So I know some people that are just like I won't do like cliche type tattoos kind of a thing. Or
yeah.
like,
Well then.
do you really want barbed wire around your arm? Really?
Right.
Like, are you
Guys.
sure?
Guys, a man tattooed lettering on his nuts that says "I'm nuts about you." That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, right?
like the sweetheart candies. Like
Yeah,
that's
like
what
it says "I'm nuts about you."
Ew, he's gonna like pull it out.
It
Can
had to
you-
stretch to be
I
done.
feel like you're going into a black hole of internet
no.
search over there. You need to.
Deep web. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Stop
it was actually a tattoo article called 8 penis tattoos that would make you cringe. So yeah,
Oh,
There you
just the
Maybe I
eight.
should have.
yeah, just 8 of them.
Just
though.
8.
Yeah,
Um, But what you were saying, I do think now it's become very much like an art thing
Yeah.
to be a tattoo artist. So I could see why you'd be like, I'd rather not do just shitty whatever.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's mostly like why it's widely accepted now because it's not just like I don't know, like rogue sailors that come back into port and they're all tattooed and
Rogue
with
sailor.
like
tattoos and all
syphilis
that.
and
Sailors are going rogue.
All the STDs they got. Yeah.
new on Discovery. Yeah, but like
rogue sailors.
I think too, I think that's why it's like more widely accepted now. Like it's not just like a criminal thing, because like a lot of times like tattoos are based on what criminals used to get. Like a lot of people have like Russian prison tattoos, but they don't understand the significance of that. Like
Really?
like there's one, I don't remember which prison it is, but it's like outside Moscow or something, and someone went in and documented like all of these prisoners that had like Russian tattoos pretty much like on their knuckles and on their face and on their chest, and like a lot of them had like tattoos of Lenin and Stalin, and you couldn't deface any sort of like depiction of the two, like it was because it was illegal. So it was like their way to like prevent them from getting killed in prison and like just weirdo stuff like that. Like, yeah. So like,
Whoa.
or if you took like the Basilica of like St. Basil or whatever, and like how many onion domes it has is like how many people you've killed and like that kind of stuff. And so,
Whoa.
so people will get those now, but they don't realize like,
know what it's-
I mean, it's not like you're going to pass a dude in the street and he's going to like flip out and kill you, you know, kind of a thing. Cause I hope those guys like aren't really super
In
serious
jail.
about that. In jail. Yeah. If you end up in a Moscow prison, like
Just don't go to a gulag and you should be fine.
just don't go to gulag. Like,
Yeah.
just
be all right.
do your best.
Nice.
Try your hardest.
Try your hardest.
You don't have to.
I feel like if you got a tattoo, it would say something like, try your hardest.
Try your
Try your
hardest.
hardest.
You can do it.
You can do it.
like really encouraging.
yeah.
That's what I think it should be. I
You
told
could just get a Your
for the
Great
longest
tattoo.
time, I told my family and my girlfriend that if I did get a tattoo, I'd go all out and get a giant pirate ship across my chest. I thought that would be fun.
Pirate ship?
Yeah.
Do you like pirates?
I like pirates.
Okay.
Or get a dinosaur. Probably a dinosaur.
Well, you gotta get a bad girl's tattoo
A dinosaur
first.
pirate ship. Like a pirate
Ooh.
ship that has dinosaurs as the crew. What?
What?
That's a huge pirate ship.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be worth it, though.
It's like a cruise ship, but for
Cruise
like
ship for dinosaurs. Dinosaur America.
Who books that?
Dinosaur Carnival Cruises.
Dinosaur Carnival.
Yeah. Dinosaur
I'd
Carnival.
go.
Dinosaur carnival. That's good. What do you have like? Do you go to the same person when you get yours, or do you go to different people? Or
It's hard because I've moved, so that kind of makes things difficult. But I've gone to a couple people here in Seattle, then a couple people in Minneapolis as well. I lost one of my artists. Like I don't know where.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say I lost one of my tattoos, and I was like, how did
Where
that
did it
happen?
go?
I can't. I don't know where it went.
I just had this yesterday.
Sorry.
But yeah, like I just couldn't find them.
Oh.
Like they had left the shop and just kind of like went AWOL. And
Whoa.
a lot of times, like there's a lot of crossover between shops. Like people will transfer, like move away or something like that, and I just don't know what happened to him. So
That's what happened. I went to the same shop for both of mine, but different artists. Because the guy who did my original one, which he spelled wrong anyway, so I was fine with not going back to him. Wasn't there anymore, so whatever.
I haven't had to. I don't think I'm at a point. I'm not at a cover up point yet. I know a couple people that have done like the removal stuff, and apparently it's just like it's. It's basically a chemical burn, sort of, is kind of like what it is. Is like
Is there like scarring afterwards? That's what I was.
it's not so much scarring, but it's like the electric. Like I don't want to say electric laser because that sounds like too Dr. Evil or whatever, but like they basically like send a pulse like into your skin that like evaporates the ink,
Weird.
and then it leaves just this like welting. Annika Seelas had it done. I know that she was like, please don't do that. Like I don't.
Please
recommend
don't do
it,
that.
like at all.
Are there ones that you don't like?
Not
or-
really.
Is that the Life Aquatic Shark?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's my favorite movie.
the jaguar shark,
Yeah. It's the favorite movie.
the jaguar shark.
The Jaguar Shark.
Is that your leopard fish or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. What was the line in that movie? He's
Mine is
why would
fixed,
you wanna
by the
kill
way.
it? For science? For revenge.
The spelling on mine is fixed, and you can't tell. Like he did a really good job of
Oh, cool.
fixing it,
No.
but
What was on your foot one?
yeah.
What did it say? Was it the wrong?
Yeah, so it says always leave him laughing. That's what it says. And he forgot the L originally in always.
Always.
Always leave
And
it.
I didn't notice when he brought it out. I was like, oh, it'll fit. Right. Like
Yeah,
that's all I
right.
thought. My grandparents watched the whole thing. I got my first tattoo with my grandma.
Oh wow.
And like nobody said anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, took a picture of it and sent it to my dad. And he was like, did they spell it wrong? And I was like, oh shit. So I had to call him and be like, okay, this is what happened. And he's like, okay, come back down right now. And he basically just moved the A back and made part of the original A and L, and you can't tell unless I tell you. So
Oh wow.
I'm super lucky because there's like a lot of. Do you want to see my foot?
After this, I do.
Okay.
I want to see if I notice it.
Okay. But I've heard it's because I'll tell people that story and they'll be like, "Oh, well, this happened to my friend." Like shit like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
We had a friend who he passed away on a motorcycle. So his best friend got they used to race together, and he got a tattoo basically of him, and then it said I was supposed to say I'll see you at the finish line, and he wrote at twice, so it was like at the finish line, and it's like, oh no, you wanted like this super meaningful thing, and now he had to like have that part covered up, and it like looked weird, and it just like I got really lucky that there was a mistake, but they could fix it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, oh no. It's
I feel like anytime you have one that has like common misconception spelling problems, like there, and there, or like
right,
that's
yeah,
like, or like your, like it's like scary because you're like, I don't know, and you have to like spell it out for the person to be like, this is right, this is what it should be.
I think I haven't had like.
Do you have any text, or are you all pictures?
That's what I was gonna mention. Like I have lettering, so I have like my grandfather's initials on the side of the plane, but. I don't have any actual text, and I think I haven't like really landed on anything that I was like, yeah, let's do that. Like, it's funny because eventually I'm probably going to get my knuckles tattooed, and like just because like, it's a space thing, and I'll just end up like that eventually. So I'm constantly thinking of like 8-letter words, and like 2 4-letter words like in there that's like not like something, and like diabetes is 8 letters. Yeah, I don't know, but like diabetes, which would be so stupid for a knuckle tattoo.
That'd be so funny.
But then like my endocrinologist would be like, "You didn't let this heal right." I'm like, I know. Like,
doesn't Alicia Sanchez have like
Taco Time?
Taco Time. That's amazing.
It's good. Like a lot of people have like the love and hate thing, or like or like stay
woke. I don't know.
Stay woke, yeah.
Stay woke, yeah.
Stay fleek. Like 2 E's are like on the same. I actually kind of wanted to do for a while. Like there was that episode of Seinfeld where Jerry turns in Uncle Leo for shoplifting at the Brentano's bookstore or whatever, and there's like this like flashback to Uncle Leo in jail, and he's like doing like pull-ups on like the steel bar in his cell, and he has "Hello, Jerry."
Hello,
but like the L's are on one finger, and then the R's and Jerry are on one finger too. And I always was like, oh man, that would just be. So that's like on my back burner. Like if I really want to like get to that point,
just put 2 letters on one, like RRLL or whatever like that.
Yeah, exactly. But my fingers are also super super small, so it would be like, "Hello, Jerry." Just like a whisper. Yeah.
What are your plans? Do you want 2 full sleeves? What's happening? She basically
I'm going to
sleeve.
finish this as a sleeve of like separate pieces so far. I'm getting my elbow tattooed in September. Yeah. So I'm not super thrilled about that because like that's where like
it hurts.
Yeah.
The most.
Yeah. It's like it's supposedly it's like your rib cage, like your neck, your feet.
Yeah, and I have my feet and my ribs.
Your wrist.
I just went
all
out right
away.
away.
Yeah. And like I think it's like in your skull for some people, but like I think like the elbow thing is like because you can't. There's always a certain position where you get tattooed. Like for most people, you can just put your arm out and the artist will turn it and kind of work with you, and you pretty much stay stationary the whole time. But when you're doing when you're doing your elbow, you're basically like in a push-up stance. So like you have to hold your arm out like this while they do it.
Oh wow!
Because it can't.
That's crazy.
The skin's so thin right there, they can't do around it because it also bends. So I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh wow!
So
that doesn't sound
not super pumped, but I figured I was like, that's going to be the hardest one I'll probably ever have to do.
So just get it over with.
I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get a rose on my elbow for my grandma Rose. So I have like all the family over here for. Oh, and Patrick.
Flowers.
Yeah, Patrick the
kitty.
Patrick tattoo. And then I'm going to get the teapot from The Office. Also.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
I just finished that series.
Oh my god.
It's so beautiful. That's actually
I love it.
Might be one of the best season finales I've ever seen. Series finales I've ever seen.
I loved it.
Yeah, they did a really good job. It was really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I finished it at like 2:00 in the morning because I like did that thing where I'm like, I'm gonna finish it tonight.
I gotta power
and I stayed
through.
up, like, way too late. And then the problem was I finished it, and then I was like on my phone just googling everything I possibly could about it afterward because I was just like, I don't want it to end, but it was really good. Yeah.
If you don't follow Angela on Instagram, you should.
Oh really?
Because like she's constantly posting like photos that she took on the set and
Really?
Yeah.
What's the actress's name? Is it
Angela Kinsey.
Because
I
a
think.
lot of the
Ooh, that
actresses,
might
like,
be right,
Isn't
actually.
Phyllis's name Phyllis? And
Yeah.
Creed's
Phyllis.
Creed, and Angela's Angela.
Oscar.
Oscar's Oscar. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's so funny. There was some blooper in that show where one of
I
them
follow
calls.
Kate Flannery, but not
Oh god,
That's
she's so
Meredith.
good.
Meredith.
Oh my God.
She's
So good.
amazing. But yeah.
That, like her character in that show. Yeah, I would have really toned it down this whole time if I didn't know those things. It's so funny. Oh my god.
Oh, my
I don't know if I'd ever
It's on
get
my
a
genitals, genius.
I don't know if I'd ever get a tattoo, only because I'm so picky and perfectionisty about what it would be, and I don't want to regret it.
Yeah.
That's just my personality that keeps me from doing that. I feel like more than anything.
I think if you can decide on something and really like it, then if you don't have a reason to do it, don't
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
what I
Like,
feel like.
I don't
You
know.
shouldn't just get one for the sake of getting one.
Right.
My brother's got them, and he always had reasons for it.
Yeah.
and he liked it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
used to draw my foot one like all the time on
Yeah.
there, and I was like, "Do I like it?" I wanted it for like 4 years before I got it, but of course I was 16 when
That's
I
how I ended
wanted
up
to.
with my first one. Was like because it was easily hideable. Like I have a
What was
street,
your
Yeah,
first one?
I have
yeah.
a street light on my ankle.
Oh.
A lot of people think it's a golf club because that's just how it's done. Like they don't think it's a street light. They're like, "Is it like a Narnia thing?" I'm like, "No, it's just like a street light, like from out there."
Yeah.
And it was just like for my attachment from Seattle,
from
or
outside.
whatever, like
Yeah.
big city life and stuff. But so that I was able to hide that pretty well. But then I'm also at the point now where I'm thinking of being like, I should get a cheeseburger tattoo because I just like there's just so many now it doesn't matter anymore
Yeah.
because
That's
like
funny.
I've talked to other people that are like, I started off with like all this stuff with like really big significance,
Right,
and like
yeah.
this was for somebody, and I'm just like, oh, that looks kind of cool.
Right? Yeah. Well, and
I
I
want
think
that on me forever.
when you're doing a sleeve, if you don't do it all together, if you do it in pieces like that, then yeah. I mean, like, why not?
Yeah,
You just
exactly.
Do stuff to fit, not just random stuff. But
Right.
you know what I mean? It doesn't have to have this huge
Yeah.
significance.
And like I did the thing where I started at both ends of my arm and then worked my way towards the middle. So that's kind of where like I'm going in to like basically fill up the spaces now that are kind of left over from
Right.
working like that.
Yeah.
Since it's not just like one big piece, like, and that's what I'm saving this arm
I was
for.
trying to
is, like,
find it.
on the
One
off
day,
chance I think of something to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I need all that. Or
It's
and
kinda
I have a ton
cool.
of money.
I was trying to
Yeah.
find as far as like funny tattoo ideas go because I think Kyle Kinane has a tattoo of.
Don't look that up because I have some.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yes, he does have pizza something.
Yeah, it's like a skull eating pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it say Death of the Party?
I think
his
so.
album?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. And the cool thing is he posted on Twitter about like artwork submissions. Like he was getting artwork submissions from people on Twitter, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But just like a funny, as far as like a funny tattoo idea goes, I think that's great.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think just getting a tattoo because it's funny is totally fine.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like other people are like, oh, well, who do you know what that's going to look like when you're older? Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
whoever the
okay.
first
I'm
person
past
was,
that point now.
Right.
whoever the
whatever.
first person was that thought of that thing that had like it was like Jesus riding a velociraptor doing something. Like I forget what it's like an internet thing that was like really
Yeah.
popular. Whoever first thought of that better have gotten a tattoo
Yeah,
of that.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh,
an
of course.
amazing tattoo
It's
idea
great.
of like Jesus riding a velociraptor. It's just ridiculous.
Like people have gotten like dick butt tattoos.
Yeah.
And, like,
We
which is
saw
the
one.
funniest.
Adam and I did a show, and it was on her butt. And
What's
she,
a dick butt tattoo? What's that?
Look it up. It's and so because he does a bit about having shitty tattoos, and so there's a picture of him. Like she has her pants pulled down,
Yeah.
and you can see it, and he's like pointing to it. But yeah, she's like showed us afterwards.
Right.
It
It's so
looks very.
simple.
It looks very Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just like it just became a thing. Like I saw a bumper sticker of it like a couple weeks ago, and it's just kind of like because there's no tie to it or anything. It just looks silly, and
Right.
it's like, oh, it's dick butt. And then there was a while where I don't know, it was like Michelle Obama. I think was doing this whole thing where she was like, "Bring back our girls" or something from like the terrorist sect in West Africa or something, Boko Haram or whatever. And she was like holding up like the sign, like the typical thing that you see on Facebook of like, this is for a cause. And I'm going to hold a piece of paper with something written on it.
Right.
And instead hers just had dick butt on it. And it just made me love it forever.
I think I would get this tattooed a velociraptor riding a great white shark with a rocket propelled grenade. It seems
Pretty
ridiculous.
intense.
God.
Seems pretty
That's a
intense.
lot of
There's
that's a lot of
stuff
work
going on
though.
right now. Yeah.
You do
It
your
can be
whole
done.
back like that.
Oh yeah, it could be like an ongoing.
Yeah.
And I googled Jesus on a
Get
velociraptor.
dugongs.
Oh my god, I would get a manatee tattoo actually in a heartbeat. That would be a good
Oh,
idea.
manatees.
But
I actually have a manatee.
There was
Our mascot is a dugong.
you have a manatee tattoo?
My boyfriend in college adopted me a manatee for my birthday.
What?
What?
At the Jimmy Buffett like sanctuary in Florida. So I have a manatee named Merlin.
That's amazing.
That's an amazing
That's
thing.
great.
He
Hey.
sent me a picture of it.
You have a dream. That's a dream of mine come true right there.
So excited.
To have a manatee.
To have a manatee I adopted. It says a
Would you
picture-
rather have Yoda slippers or a manatee
a
adopted?
manatee
after?
adopted? Dude, like, so there's a picture. I googled Jesus riding a velociraptor, and then there was pictures of Abraham Lincoln riding a bear. And then there's a picture of a bear riding Abraham Lincoln. I love Google search. And then there's a picture of there's a picture of Barack Obama on a lion with a lightsaber and a crossbow. Like presidents riding animals with weaponry is a very popular thing.
Some people and their Photoshop skills just amazing.
I would
Yeah.
get a teddy bear riding Teddy Roosevelt.
Ooh, I see what you did
Dude,
there.
that's a good idea. Teddy bear riding
One of
Teddy
those like Miley Cyrus type backpack teddy bears, but he's holding it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
With like little experts. Like yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Dude,
I
I would
have so
totally,
much space left.
totally get manatees.
Manatees.
The other
Says
idea
bad
would
girls.
be, or is this bad girls? Yeah. So up there is a picture of Delilah the cat dressed as Napoleon, and I had my friend paint that, and I was like, that would be a good tattoo. It'd be a ridiculous tattoo.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Your lady
Yeah.
friend should get that.
Yeah,
Oh.
she already has tattoos.
Does she?
She's got one. She's got one on her toe. It's like a thing for like Girl Scouts or something. They all get like a daisy tattooed, but because she's an English teacher, she got it done as like a daisy, but it's like an asterisk, like a grammar thing. Very, very deep cut nerd pull there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So she's got that
Toes.
on her toe. Yeah.
That's right. Because when you're a Girl Scout, you start off as a daisy.
Yeah, that's right. And then that's why. And then there's a
What?
picture of all of them with they all have different daisy tattoos, like different styles based on their personality.
Were they were probably all in the same Girl Scout troop.
Yep. That's crazy.
I think I'm the only one in my Girl
Cute.
Scout troop with tattoos.
You did
Really?
Girl Scouts.
Did you do Girl Scouts? Did you enjoy it?
No, I hated it.
I hated Boy Scouts myself.
I was
so-
not a fan. I switched schools between first and second grade, and it was kind of like the endeavor that my parents decided to be like, oh, it'll just help her make new friends. Like, it's like
got
that
it.
activity.
Yeah.
And every time that happened, it just totally backfired, whether or not it was Girl Scouts or sports or like book club, like anything like that.
It's
It was
not-
just like, I just don't belong in this
see,
group.
and
Like,
I did it, and I don't even remember wanting to do it. I think I was the same way. Like my brother did it, so they just put me in it, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this. And then
yeah.
I went to the camp, and I got scared. I didn't want to be there, and I came home. And I was like, that's another thing we could have talked about on the Momcast. Actually, was right? My mom getting very mad at me for like doing all these camps and me leaving them because it happened.
Yeah, a
I
bunch of
feel like
times.
it happened a lot because I was just
We
afraid.
did talk about how much he cried as a child.
Yeah,
so.
I was a big crier and an adult.
Cry.
An adult.
That's true.
But yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts are weird. Like I think it's got to be. It's for a certain kind of person that I just wasn't.
Yeah,
It just
and I
work.
didn't need. I felt like it was like it's going to be character building, and it, and you learn your outdoor skills that we're desperately in need of, and
Right, yeah.
living in Seattle, because we have REI for that. So why would we need,
Right.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's like I feel like I came away from that being like, all right, well, my mom knows how to hustle cookies like drugs. Like that's pretty much like, it like affected my mom way more than it ever affected me. I was just like,
Interesting.
like this is cool, and like I mean, you learn how to eat pussy, and like that's about it. But, like, that's about it. Like Girl Scouts did nothing for me.
That's all Girl Scouts did.
You started as a brownie though. You don't start it as a daisy.
Amazing.
When is the cookie level?
There's a cookie level.
It's all levels, right? Don't they give?
I think so. Yeah, because it's basically like I mean you've experienced that where it's like like we'll put you down for so and so many boxes and da da da
yeah,
and like
dude.
that kind of thing. And
I am very much like Kevin from The Office in that way. At my old office, they were just like, "Hey, Mike, you want to buy Girl Scouts?" I'm like, "Yep." Yes. Just give me that sheet and I'll fill it out myself.
That's what. Yeah.
all I need is Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin, he's like, I'm thinking, are we triple digits here? He's like, I'm thinking so. Triple digit year.
That's great. Anyways, tattoos.
Tattoos. Yeah, actually, we're at 37 minutes. We should probably do
Are
the
you
top
serious?
5 turnaround.
Wow.
Yeah, we've
been flying.
It's flying by,
lately.
yeah.
Top 5 worst tattoos. So, you guys are on a team.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 5 of the worst of something, which I just told you is worst tattoos. You guys got to tell us why it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Or why that was a good
So
idea.
we're on a team together. You ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
All right, here we go.
Number 5, it says well fed across a fat guy's stomach.
Well done.
How is that bad? That's hilarious.
Is it an Old English font?
Oh.
Ooh, no, it
If
wasn't.
it's an Old English font,
it
it's
had
definitely
like
worth it.
it had another thing in the middle that said place food here.
I don't think it's a bad I think that's a guy that realizes is embracing his body
He's
issues.
okay with
He's
it.
okay
Okay,
with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
good. Like a
body
body
positive.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
that's a body
nice.
positive
That's
tattoo.
good.
Most dads are well fed, and
Yeah.
you got to do the dad bod thing. And
Yes,
market, you
dad
know?
bod.
Yeah,
I want
dude.
one of
Dad
those.
bod.
I'm into it.
That's great. Somebody got Drake tattooed across their forehead,
Ooh,
like his name, not a picture.
if your
of him,
name
but
was Drake, that'd be dope.
would it? How do you feel about face tattoos in general?
Job stoppers,
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane.
Yes.
I don't. I'm not opposed to the face tattoo. What I am opposed is the corporate face tattoo. Like people doing face tattoos for like, oh, you got Red Bull tattooed on you, and like Red Bull gave you like $400,000
That's
or whatever,
crazy.
whatever. Because
You
it's
can
like,
do that?
because
That's
it's
a thing?
Yeah, I mean, people have done it where it's like, oh, well, like Monster Energy did it, where it was like, if you get Monster Energy tattooed on your cheek, like you'll get like a lifetime supply and get front row tickets to like this like fucking monster truck rally
That's
or whatever.
crazy.
And then people were actually like, yeah, like they have like the stupid little scar down their face. And,
What?
yeah, but like I think if like I don't know, like Drake across your forehead. See, for girls you could just
I
get
mean-
bangs.
I mean, well, yeah, if you're a guy, you can get bangs too.
Well, it's true.
I mean, yeah.
Not Zooey Deschanel bangs though.
I think it would. Now I'm like, I could do that. No, but I don't know. I feel like that's like, what if you meet Drake?
You would have to meet Drake.
He'll be
Dude,
flattered.
if somebody had your name, well, your name is Mike. Never mind. That could be.
What
that
if
could
I
mean
had my full
anything.
name? Michael Edward Coletta tattooed across their forehead.
Michael Lettuce, right across your face.
Michael Lettuce. Cameron Zucchini.
How would you feel about that?
I would take a picture with them.
But it wouldn't like
fine with-
freak you out, like if.
No, it would weird me out for a bit, and then I'd be like, because I did a weekend. Let's move back to comedy. I did a weekend with the guy that from Reno 911.
Carlos Saul.
Yeah, Carlos Alzraki,
He was the voice of
Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
and Rocco's Modern Life.
I mean, Rocco. No, it was Rocco My Life. I said the wrong.
Yeah.
I said the wrong cartoon.
Man, bit of
He at a show had a woman come up to him and had his face tattooed on her arm. And I watched his reaction, and he was like, and I was like, that's kind of weird, right? He's like, yeah, but it's nice when you think about it. They like my work that much. And I'm like, yeah, it's the way you got to look at it.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's an homage, basically.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of, or I don't know a lot of people, but some people have like Dwight Schrute tattoos because it's
Yeah.
like he's like people were like he's the best character written in most of television.
Yeah.
like in the modern.
I'm
era.
sure there are Ron Swanson tattoos as well.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
George
There's
Costanza
definitely-
tattoos.
yeah.
yeah.
Costanza. I've been wanting to do a Seinfeld tattoo for a long time, but I just can't figure it out. But I'm gonna
Number-
figure that out.
No,
Number
I wanted
3.
to find a picture of this, but it is a butterfly made out of penises, right here on this bald
A
lady's head.
butterfly
There it is.
made out of penises.
Yep.
Oh, so weird. I know who that is.
You know who that is?
She's like, I think she has over like 95% of her
Psychopathic.
body tattooed.
Yeah, I mean you can see from the neck.
At that point,
And-
she's going for a record.
and she
Babes.
right, and so she started shaving her head to have more real estate for the tattoos. And
Oh,
at that
wow.
point, she's a classic example of like, well, I have pretty much 80% of my body tattooed. I might as well just
Might
get
as well keep
dicks on my
going.
forehead.
Yeah.
Like I ran out of things.
Like you're not gonna, like you're gonna be so distracted looking at her to be like, I don't know what to look at. You're not even gonna notice.
Yeah, she's using it to bring focus up to her face.
The butterfly of,
Butterfly dick.
of dicks.
Yeah.
But why that? Couldn't you just tattoo something else up there?
Caterpie really fell off.
Yeah. Caterpie, really? Caterpie.
I don't get it.
That's a Pokemon reference.
I mean, I know that, but I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. Okay. This guy got glasses tattooed on his face,
Oh,
like around his.
That's kind of funny, though.
But you have to have that all the time. Like that's like, if you draw
If
it
you were
on,
drunk, it'd be
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah, but
I like it.
this poor guy.
Is it like what kind of glasses
tattooed
though?
on his face.
Like
Like
Dwight Schrute
rim,
glasses or like
rim.
Well, yeah, like hipster kind of
I mean,
glasses. It
you
also
could
doesn't
say
look
that for
like he's
all these
doing a
things,
really
though,
great
but
job.
That is like,
Right.
I feel like that's probably the least terrible of face tattoos you can get. Like I feel like it's way worse when you see someone with like a ridiculous tribal thing that's like just some dumb
a Mike
schlubby-
Tyson.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
going everywhere.
yeah. I think like glasses, it's like comical. Like he's doing it because it's funny and part
Yeah.
of it. You know.
It is commitment. That's the
Yeah.
other part. Like you're committed to that joke.
Also, that's a conversation starter right there at a bar. Oh, the glasses are tattooed on your face. Let's hang
Yeah,
out.
wouldn't it be? But think about like a first date. Like, how do you not talk about that? I
Also,
mean,
that
like,
really
you'd have
hurts
to. Yeah,
also.
your
Like,
face, would
especially
so
like
bad.
in here.
Here,
Ugh,
and then oh yeah, the cheeks down here would be way worse.
Oh
huh?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Getting a zit down here is like the worst
Right,
experience.
yeah,
It's
right
like
here.
you can't do. Yeah, just squeezing that right there, and then being like, oh yeah, there's going to be a needle going in and out of that at like 500 miles
Really
an hour.
fast.
Brrr.
Feels so hot.
Happen.
Feels
Does it
so
feel
hot.
hot when you get a tattoo? Is that what it feels like?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, some parts like
My foot felt hotter than my ribs. I don't know why, but
yeah, it was the insides of this inside for sure, like the inside of my bicep
There
and
was
stuff.
parts-
Was like
oh god,
this was really
having
not
flashbacks.
fun.
You having flashbacks?
Yeah, this one I'm like, I will never get it touched up. It hurt so bad. I was like,
Really?
no.
Yeah.
yeah. My foot, I've already had it touched up once, and they had to redo the whole thing because he spelled it wrong. So, like, he was like, "Well, this part was at a different time, so we're gonna just do the whole thing, so it's all one." And I was like, "All right, fine."
Did
So I
foot
just had to
hurt?
redo. Yeah,
But anything on like direct bone.
yeah.
It's
It was
pretty-
interesting.
it's
I thought the
hard.
top of my foot would hurt the worst, but it was really under the ankle that right there was
Yeah.
the worst, which is where he had to redo it. But
Oh, jeez.
but yeah, it was rough. But my ribs, like the whole time, there was points where I was like, I was just thinking about what would happen if I stopped. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to stop here in a second. But you
They had a
could.
thing in Law and Order about that where they busted like a guy giving tattoos illegally, like, and this guy was getting mom tattooed on his arm, and he only had Mo done when it got busted. And he was like, I can't just love Mo. And I think there was like a similar episode where this like Chinese gangster gets arrested, and they have like the Chinese psychiatrist come in, Dr. Wong, to like kind of like interview it and like see what's going on. And he's like, well, this guy thinks he's funny, like he thinks he has try or die tattooed on his arm, but it actually says pie or die. Pie or
Eat
die.
fast, die young.
Eat fast, die young.
You could get
be a
that
tattoo.
too.
I get, yeah.
Eat fast, yeah, eat fastest.
Eat fast.
He's
Eat
his
the most.
album name.
Yeah, right. Number one.
Eat fast,
One.
die young.
One.
Okay, number one. There's a man that has in the palms of his hands right here. It says place boob here.
Place boob here.
In each hand.
Yep.
Instant pickup line for that guy. He doesn't even have to say anything. He's just like, boom. That's
And you think that's going
positive
to work?
for him, but not for anyone else.
I don't think that.
Insert boobs
Well,
here. You
maybe.
don't hold boobs like this.
Insert place
You
boob.
could,
Yeah, you could.
depending.
We're all
Let's all
pretending
figure
like we're holding
out how
boobs
we
right now. If you guys aren't, if you're not doing
If
this,
you're
at
not doing
home,
this at home, please
hold
join
your,
us.
Hold your hands out and go up and down.
Kind of like
your-
you're seeing which one weighs the most. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
A little of both.
I don't know. I mean, I think that guy's also got a sense of humor for sure, but it's kind of like trashy dad sense of humor.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
like the I'm 55 and I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do anything
And I'm
else.
done.
You know what? I will say that guy is very sure of himself and who he is to get that tattoo.
Yeah, very
on him.
confident.
Mm-hmm. Confident man.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah.
Place boobs here.
There was some misspelling ones on there, but I was like, no.
No. That one is pretty terrible, though.
Yes.
We got to take, it's 46 minutes. We got to take a quiz.
Quiz.
Quiz. The quiz today is which Chuck E. Cheese's which Chuck E. Cheese character are you?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Cheese. Is a
What's
man.
your experience with Chuck E. Cheese, Liz? What's your experience?
I think I've been to one Chuck E. Cheese and it was like a birthday party
Like last year, or like
and everyone we know was there.
yeah, probably that would be.
It must have been in like the mid 90s. It used to be like it's the easy birthday party place
Yeah,
because
they like do
there's
it for
no
you.
planning that needs
Yeah,
to
you
go into
just
it. It's just
show
be like
up.
just go to Chuck E. Cheese. The kids are on their own. They serve beer, whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Chuck E.
man.
Cheese character.
My
I
uncle
spent-
used to take us there all the time.
Spent a lot of time there. Alaska, they had
Did
one.
you? Oh,
Mhm.
there you go.
Really?
There's one in like Kent or Renton. There's one in Renton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember the one in Alaska, their pizza tasting terrible, and that's the main reason my parents didn't want to take me most of the time. Is they'd be
Because
like, their
you
pizza
would
tastes-
complain about
my
the
no,
pizza,
my
or
dad. They would complain about. I would eat anything. My dad was like, their pizza tastes like cardboard. You know what he's talking about.
That's awesome.
Just the straight cheese pizza.
Yeah, the cool thing is the Chuck E. Cheese though, in Anchorage, it had the lower level was a Chuck E. Cheese, but the top was a grown-up kid arcade, like a teenager kid arcade, and that's where my brother and I would like go up, and then they had like Mortal Kombat up there and like all the
like
cool
video game
games.
stuff, and
Yeah, so we would play downstairs, but usually it was like all about the upstairs one. Like that was because you were like a cool kid if you hung out up there.
yeah.
So yeah, I was a pretty
Step
cool
up.
kid. Yeah, and I like shut these kids down at like video games. That was my goal. I wanted to be like the Wiz and beat these kids.
How do you feel about like animatronic animals?
One of my favorite YouTube videos involves animatronic animals, and it's when the guy that would reprogram the old Rockafire Explosion from they're from the Showbiz Pizza band. They're from it's Showbiz Pizza was a chain like Chuck E. Cheese on the East Coast, and this guy bought all of the animals because the business went out of business, and he would reprogram them to sing famous pop songs. So he reprogrammed them to sing like Electric Feel or like Usher's Yeah, or like he programmed them to like time it out, and it's actually amazing how well he did. Like he would code it and do all this stuff.
But that was the thing about Chuck E. Cheese; they were always like way off.
Yeah,
Like it was never good.
he does. I wish.
Didn't make any sense.
I mean, I will tell. Okay, everyone go search. Because it would be pointless to play it because you got to see it and watch it. Look up the Rockafire Explosion on YouTube, and you'll see this guy who's reprogrammed to sing, and it's like 10 or 12 songs. One of them does Shakira.
I feel like I'm having a really bad drunk flashback right now. Like it's kind of the thing where I'm like, did someone show this to me when I was drinking?
might
Because
have.
I don't think I
Maybe.
would have found it on my own.
It was pretty popular. I'll show it to you guys when we're done with the podcast because
Okay.
it's actually really, really good. Like the way
Okay.
they're like, it's not like the ones you saw at Chuck E. Cheese. They're actually on time and like everything's perfect. Like there's a
Okay.
part where one of them is rapping and it looks like he's rapping. It's actually really creepy, kind of.
Oh.
So maybe they just didn't care about the quality of it.
Yeah, I think that what
They're
really
banned.
happened is the the managers at Chuck E. Cheese are like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Whatever.
There is that horror game though about it's called Friday at Freddy or One Night at Freddy's or something like that, where these animatronic things are chasing you and it's like really scary. Yeah,
No.
Five Nights at Freddy's is what it's called.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And
Why
like, and
would
it's a
you-
game where you're like just pointing and clicking at stuff, and they'll just appear next to you.
my
and like,
God.
yeah, it's scary. It's
All
very
right.
scary.
Now that we have our backgrounds
Yeah.
at Chuck E. Cheese, let's figure out.
All right, so
character.
first question, Liz. First, pick a place to party, and you have like multiple cityscapes. You got the moon. You got kind of a coastal city. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah. So where do you want to go? What looks good to you? I don't know.
Oh,
What,
you're showing. Oh my god.
yeah.
What?
I picked the moon. What I picked. In fact, I'm gonna click the moon on this one, and then yours will be this one right
I
here.
like this bottom colorful thing.
Yeah,
going on there.
Santorini, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. There you go. It's like it's over there.
Is that what
somewhere.
you
The
want? What-
colorful buildings.
Right here.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd party there. Or to what I consider
All
partying.
right. Oh, and insert a token to
Chuck E.
play.
Cheese.
And you could play either the basketball game,
Okay.
skee ball, air hockey, those like whack-a-mole games, like a motorcycle racing game,
Okay.
or Guitar Hero.
Ski ball.
Skee ball, nice. I think I chose. What did I choose?
Hot shot.
I think I chose air hockey. Yeah, I chose
Basketball.
air hockey. I loved air hockey, even
It's
though
good.
you don't get tickets. I love it. And then
Don't get
next question: what would you rather have an unlimited supply of? Parties, tickets, games, tokens, songs, or pizza? I picked pizza.
I'm going to also pick pizza.
You pick pizza too?
I'm gonna go games.
I realize if you just say tokens, that also means you're gonna have unlimited tickets.
Oh, well,
Like,
yeah.
it breaks-
right?
it
Unlimited.
breaks- yeah.
Well, and games.
Yeah, it kind of.
Yeah. Trickle down.
Right.
economics.
Let's say your last
Chuck E.
name
Cheese
is cheese. What
Okay.
kind of cheese is it? Is it mozzarella, Colby Jack, blue cheese, cheddar, Parmesan, or American cheese? What you thinking?
What, is
Okay,
it
well,
like
here's the
one
weird
you
thing.
like
I never
the
really
best?
ordered American cheese on a lot of things. I do a lot of cheeseburger eating.
Yeah.
And I didn't start getting into American cheese until I went to the Midwest because it's like around.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an ominous force there.
American cheese.
Ooh, yeah.
Just taking over the Midwest.
I kind of got used to like American cheese late in life at like 27.
American cheese is pretty good.
I'll go with American cheese.
I'm
a Swiss person, but it's not an option.
I chose
Okay.
Parmesan.
Parmesan?
I'm going to go
Oh, this is why I chose this quiz.
Colby
This next question.
Jack.
This next question says, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it says an astronaut, a comedian, a rancher, a pro gamer, an artist, or an actor. What do you want to be, Liz? You get first pick.
I'll probably go with comedian.
Comedian.
It just makes sense.
Is this one?
It would be silly to be like astronaut at this point.
That would be.
You want
It's
to
a
be
lot
a
of
comedian.
It's a lot of student debt. I'd have to.
Monica, what do you want to be?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry. An artist.
I'm
I
thinking a pro
express myself
gamer.
in different ways, you know.
Pro gamer. And lastly, what is your... I think it's... No, actually, it's second last question. What is your jam? Country, electro
It says,
pop,
what's your
pop
jam?
punk, rhythm and blues, hip hop, or disco? I picked pop punk because that was kind of my childhood a little bit.
Pop punk. Yeah, pop punk.
Oh, there's actually like...
Rhythm
two
and
more
blues.
questions. And then one... Fine. Okay, fine. Then take the last slice of pizza of which of these pizzas do you want to take the last slice from? I chose this dessert pizza in the middle. That's the one I choose. I love it.
Dessert. There's a plain pepperoni. There's like a supreme. There's a
Oh, wait, no.
pesto.
I'll do plain pepperoni.
Or what?
Plain
Pesto?
pepperoni?
I don't know.
I do
Like
like.
a white sauce
I'm a
chicken mushroom
pepperoni guy.
thing.
Like that's always been. I picked the dessert pizza because I rarely have
something
it.
with pineapples on it and a deep dish thing.
And now finally, you got to pick a prize.
Okay, I'm gonna pick
Squirt gun.
this chicken mushroom thing. Thank you for skipping over me.
Sorry.
motherfucker. You're
Squirt
not
gun.
sorry.
Squirt gun. Construction set, I guess. Wizard pen. Chucky-
Magic wand.
Magic wand thing.
wizard.
Also known as a wizard pen. You know Harry Potter and his wizard pen.
It's wizard pen. The Chuck E. Cheese plush toy, the football, or the truck?
I'm gonna go with the wizard pen.
Wizard pen? All right, I don't want you to see what you got. So I'm gonna okay.
Football.
I am going to go. I went with football as well.
Okay.
All right. I got Mr. Munch. He plays the keyboards. He plays the keyboards. Why is
Such a
that so
creepy
funny?
name.
You're a full-time daydreamer with a big heart. And although your head is often drifting somewhere in outer space, your friends wouldn't have it any other way. It's
This is
part of your charm.
extremely accurate.
You have an affinity for reading music and eating good food, especially pizza. Truly one of a kind.
Mr. Munch.
Just call me Mr. Munch.
Mr.
The name of this podcast is going to be Wizard Pen.
Wizard Pen.
Yeah.
Yay. I got Helen Henny. She's a chicken that
Oh.
dances. You're a multi-talented rock star with a deep passion for music of all genres. But as gifted as you are, you're always a gracious winner and approach each new challenge with humble confidence. I sound pretty fucking great.
Ooh.
You're fashionable, health conscious, and uninhibited, no matter what people may think.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sure.
Guess what you got, Liz?
What did I get?
You're Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm Chuck E. Cheese.
What?
You're the life of the party and the social
How
butterfly
did
of
you
your
do
friend
that?
group. Hardly a day goes by where there isn't a song in your head and a smile on your face. People love you for your positivity, sense of humor, and childlike wonder. Plus, you'll never turn down a round of video games.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, you would have to have a guitar riff after that,
I think you did a great job.
especially with how you read it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially the way you read it. It's pretty good.
You're Chuck E. Does that feel accurate? Do you feel like a Chuck E. Cheese? Do you feel like a giant anthropomorphic mouse?
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's like a mascot costume they
Yeah.
come out in. I was always really mean to him.
To the Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah,
Why are you
like-
always so mean to it?
I don't know. I would like to apologize to anyone who's
Does he
ever
have
had to
anything do with
wear
Mayor McCheese?
I don't know they're related.
Mayor-
Mayor McCheese is McDonald's.
what would it be McCheese, not
McCheese?
Cheese. These are different last names.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese
One
and
is
McCheese.
Maybe they're distant cousins.
one is Irish. I don't know.
Richard Cheese is in there somewhere.
Richard
oh yeah,
Cheese?
Richard Cheese and Chuck
Dick
E. Cheese.
Cheese?
Dick Cheese.
Yeah.
You mean
Charles
Dick Cheese?
Edward Cheese.
Charles Edward Cheese.
That was good.
That's good.
Feel good about it.
Monica, do you want to do a little charity right now?
Yeah. I would never pick this one, even though it's a big organization. And a lot of their local chapters have a perfect score on Charity Navigator, which is impressive. Habitat for Humanity. It's just habitat.org. And you can help build stuff for like affordable housing, stuff like that. Some people like to actually get involved and do some work when they're volunteering or doing charity stuff. And I think that's a good one.
I like it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Liz, do you have any charities you like or whatever?
Anything you enjoy?
I'm slowly dying over here.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
It makes me feel like a really selfish person.
But doesn't know. I'm the same
we should
way. I
ask
never
you.
have a chair. There's a reason she always does this because I can't think straight. So she's great.
Thank you.
She's wonderful.
Thank you for doing
doing
the work. We appreciate
She
it.
does.
Oh, you guys are welcome.
Oh, shut the front door. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're at 57 minutes. 58 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel good about it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, Liz.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Great. Thank you. Your tattoos, each individually, all 12 of them.
Individually. Good work, tattoos. Great job, Kitty. Good job, Kitty. Oh, meow, meow, Kitty, meow. Dog in a rocket ship, meow, meow, bark, bark.
What just happened?
I don't know what's happening.
Why did you?
I don't know. I got to go plan my manatee dick tattoo. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Your dugong.
You and a rogue sailor.
The rogue sailor. That's what I heard right now.
Rogue sailor.
Bye-bye.